Monday, December 3rd, 2018, XgCTCWbz, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. So it's my second video today. It's about 2:20 p.m. London time, just before the US markets open, the official markets, New York Stock Exchange. Of course, we've had a very strong rally after the G20 and the meeting between Trump and President Xi. Looks like they've worked out a truce. The Dow is up 470 right now. It's been up as much as 570. But what I want to talk about right now is precious metals. And specifically also the price of gold in pounds, because I think it's starting to look pretty good, very positive. Also the price of gold in dollars and silver. And of course, generally speaking, I hold silver or gold, not for trading or speculation. I hold it as protection, insurance, as a way of saving real money, of course. The money that we have in our wallets, it's not real money. This piece of paper here, it's only a promissory note, and it's fraudulent because it doesn't allow you to redeem anything. So it's a promissory note for nothing. And I would also argue that the Federal Reserve note is a promissory note for nothing. Any note that you see legal tender on is fraudulent, because that's the only way they can make you accept it, is that they make it legal tender. The Euro banknote is even worse. They don't even say anything. It's just got a number and it says ECB in a few languages, and that's it, which is quite amazing. Well, at least they don't pretend. And that's why I recommend, and mainly because people have asked me in the past where they can get physical gold and silver. And for my UK viewers, for the last couple of months, I've had a promo code XgCTCWbz at goldinvestments.co.uk. I've been using them for over 15 years. The Temple family, they've been there. They've been dealing in bullion since 1980, which is ironic because that was the top of the bull market in gold. But they've survived, so they're a reputable firm. I trust them, and they've given me the promo code XgCTCWbz, which will give you a 0.5% discount off the price. Atkinson's bullion is good as well. I have spoken to Paul Atkinson. They're not prepared to give me a promo code, but you can check there as well. You know, I'm giving you my promo code for Gold Investments, but I'm also recommending Paul Atkinson, even though I'm not getting anything from it. And what about the price and the chart? Is that why, you know, I'm giving you the promo code? No, that's different. That's for trading, and also to keep track of, you know, how your money is doing, so to speak. And I thought it would be interesting right now to look at the XAUGBP, or the price of gold in pounds, mainly because there's two factors affecting that price: the weakness in the pound against the dollar, and the fact that gold is actually rebounding a little bit of late. Overnight, last night when the futures opened in the US at 6 p.m. New York, the Dow was straight up 500 points. Gold was doing nothing. It was like not moving. But today it started to move. We are right now at 1234, just near the highs, up about $12. Silver's doing quite well as well. It's at 1454, up 2.2%. Gold is up 1%. So that's a good sign, even though silver's still quite undervalued and is not looking as good technically as XAUGBP or XAUUSD. So I just want to look at these charts right now, and before I go into those charts, I'll go into the sterling chart, or cable GBP USD. whatever you want to call it, because I've been speaking about this and I've looked at this long-term chart here weekly, a pounding headache, kind of a pun, intended pun, and you can see how we're forming a head and shoulder. And I've got still a target towards 110 by the end of, well, next year, maybe beginning of 2020. Right now, we are right on very key support short term, which is 127. The low today was 126.98. We have rebounded a little bit. Right now, we're at 127.18. So that's the British pound. Now, XAUGBP. So I've got a chart here from bar chart of the price of gold in pounds. And you can see that, you know, when gold dropped recently in the beginning of October, it dropped also in pounds, just below 900. We got to, let's see, a low. What was the low here? 898.60. And now we are right around, let's see, 970 as I speak here, the spot price, 970. On this chart here, it says 968 or thereabouts, but it's looking quite good, I would say. There's a few interesting things happening here. You've got the 50-day moving average starting to move up quite nicely here, upward sloping. It's broken through the 100-day moving average for the first time, I would say. Let's see here, the last time it was above it was in August, early this summer. The 200-day moving average still above those two shorter term averages, but more importantly though, the price has gone through all those, and it looks like we're breaking out here as well from a recent high in the 26th of October, which is just around 967. So I would say the next important target is 980. That would be very strong resistance for the price of gold in pounds, but it's looking good. Does that mean that I recommend that you go and buy as much gold as you can, or silver, you know, if you are a UK resident and if your local fiat currency is pounds? No, I'm just showing this more you know, just to show you how the asset is performing. I recommend dollar cost averaging, or pound cost averaging, if you want to call it, by, you know, it's just like saving. If you're able to save from fiat money at the end of the month, think about maybe buying a little bit of gold or a little bit of silver. You know, one of these is not gonna, I mean, it's probably about 18, 19 pounds with the VAT, and I know there's VAT, but there's no way around it, and I always buy it, and I don't care about the VAT because eventually it won't matter. And also for gold, you know, there's a smaller, the sovereign, which I recommend. It's capital gains tax-free. That's just under 1/4 ounce. The other one that's capital gains tax-free is 1 ounce Britannia. That will cost you more. It will cost you about £1,000 though, you see. So that's what I recommend, you know. And don't forget, if you are interested, go to you know, goldinvestments.co.uk and use promo code MANECO64. If you phone Gold Investments, they will ship to you. Orders above £1,000, there's no shipping fee or postage fee. And yeah, if you phone them, just give them the reference MANECO64 and you get the discount as well. So now the price of gold in dollars. And last week I spoke about the fact that it was starting to look better, that we saw the 50-day moving average moving up above the 100-day. Yeah, and last week was, the last couple of weeks has been kind of frustrating. Gold has been basically kept between 1220 and 1230. We have dipped below as well, 1220, but not for too long last week. and today is looking a lot better. We're right now at 1233. So let's look at this chart. As you can see, yeah, those moving averages are acting as support, and the 200-day is coming down, so we're getting closer and closer to that 200-day moving average, which is around 1257 right now. There's also the low from December 2017, which is roughly the recent highs at the end of October, you know, somewhere around 1235, 1237, 1240. Well, let's say 1235 to 1240. That will be, you know, that if we can break above that, then I would say gold is looking good, even though I think it's looking pretty good right now. So let's end with silver, the silver chart. Of course, silver is still very subdued. You know, we're not far away from the lows from December 2015. Gold is over, you know, about $200 from that low, and silver is very close. One positive thing here is that we're starting to, well, we're trying to get back above this 50-day moving average. It looks right now that we're forming at least a base above 14. So that's silver right now. As I said, and as I do, and this is just my opinion, not advice, I buy as much as I can, whenever I can, physical gold and silver. I like keeping an eye on the price, looking at the technicals. Gives me an interest. I do have a small position on IG index. I bought, I didn't put that much money, but I bought some 18 calls in silver, and they only expire at the end of February. So I've got a little bit of a speculative position there in the paper market. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, make sure you hit that like button. Share it far and wide. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can also follow me on Steemit, DTube, and on Twitter. I wish you all a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.